there that might win the sprint, you know, and then the quick step and Robobank guy just started, you know, twisting the screws, and me and the Jelly Belly guy were just starting to get effed.
Yeah. Was there some jawing going on between the guys? I mean, with Renshaw sitting in that much.
Oh yeah, like at the starting, maybe like a little bit before the base of that last climb, it was just games. You know, people weren't rotating smoothly. It was just like gaps. You know, it wasn't very smooth. You know, like, you know, when the break first formed, Renshaw was pissed that I was in it. He's like, let's drop this guy, let's drop this guy. And I was like, you know, just let me ride, you know, like, give me a shot. But, because, you know, if I wasn't in there, they probably would have maybe stayed away, you know.
Yeah.
They're all worried about me, but, you know, I wasn't going to drop back or anything. So.
What about that crash early in the race? Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I was right behind it. I was in the back, I looked up, you know, and the race is happening at a K in front of me, and I'm saying, oh, I was screwed. Next thing I know, Levi comes past me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell are you doing back here? You know, then there's like 5 Radio Shack guys, you know, forming to pull it all, you know, get to the front. And, you know, I was like off to the right of them. It all went down. And I skidded off to the side into the dirt, you know, 35 miles an hour to 0. You know, hit a car, but just like as I stopped. So, you know, I had to get back on, but I didn't hit the dirt or anything.
How much stress was there in the group after that? I mean, the peloton seemed to sit up for quite a few K to let that come back together.
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody sat up. It was kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know if it gave me a chance to warm up, I guess. But yeah, everybody was sitting up, and it was pretty chill. And then once the sprint started, everybody was riding again. Like 5K before that sprint line.
You should be top 5 on KOM after today, I believe.
I got first and third.
Yeah.
Because those 2 guys attacked on the hill. The classic bike racing. I'm going to sit on because I have teammates, and then I'm going to attack you. I've done it before, so I can't complain, but definitely hurt.
We're gonna see you go away and try and pull that jersey on tomorrow. What's your hope? I mean, is that something you're chasing tomorrow?
I don't know. I wasn't feeling all that great today. Probably feel worse tomorrow. I'm just racing my bike. We'll see what happens.
So you've been, you know,
see that early crash? What happened?
Yeah, a bunch of Radio Shack guys were forming to bring Lance and Levi back up to the front. I thought it was way far back, which is never a good idea. And I see Lance right in front of me. I was a little bit curious as to what was going on. And then, you know, something happened up there where, you know, it switched to the side, and they all went down. And I skirted to the right off into the dirt, hit somebody's car, but it's okay.
So Paul, you know, you've been really, you know, talking about you've been in a pain cave all week, but you also wanted to be here at Tour of California. Has it been what you thought it would be?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's been hard racing, that's for sure. I mean, those Euro guys, when they lay it down, it goes fast. And yeah, and it's like that day after day after day. So.
Was Columbia in front a little bit today?
Yeah, Renshaw was sitting on most of the time.
What about Vanderbilt?
He's not here.
I don't know.
So what happened, you know, when you were coming into the circuits? First of all, did you guys know there were 2 circuits? Because the announcers kept saying you didn't.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured there was, and then I heard it as we crossed the line. They dropped me right before we started that circuit. I clawed myself back on the climb, and then I don't know what happens. I mean, those 2 guys, Ben Day and Renshaw, were sitting on. You know, understandably, they just had so much more in the tank to attack. You know, and then they'd gapped me off several times before. That was like the 5th or 6th time they were doing that. So I was starting to hurt.
So was it mostly you and Dickinson working in the break then, or Jelly Belly?
Yeah, and the quick step and Robobank guy, they knew that they had their hands full with Renshaw, so they were pulling some moves, trying to, you know, if they saw a gap form, they'd gun it, which, you know, just ended up screwing me over. I don't know.
Right.
It was pretty hard out there towards the end when they started playing games, and I didn't have the legs to do that.
Were you going for time or stage win? Everything? KOM?
Yeah. Well, getting in the break wasn't really the plan. I just followed the right wheel. Really is what happened. And then, you know, once you're out there, you know, I figure, you know, why not pick up some points? And then, you know, once we got on the circuit, I kind of tried to, you know, up the pace a little bit, up the climb, try to do something, but, you know, they put 45 seconds into us that second to last time with the climb, and at that point it was just, oh well, Jan's Voigt, can't compete.
Well, hey, you made it to Tour of California, fighting with the big boys.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of cool bumping bars with them. I gotta forget who they are and still race my bike.
Thanks, Paul.